Hello, my name is Alan Russell from A&R Racing. Hopefully you would have seen us up down the country at race meetings throughout the summer. One of the most common questions that we get asked is, what gearing should I run at this circuit? How do I make my bike accelerate quicker? So I thought I would do a video trying to show how gearing works and try and help you understand gearing a bit better. Now, a 1000cc bike will probably do 190 mile an hour, and a 600 maybe 160, 170. But there is hardly a circuit in the country where you can reach those kind of speeds. So what we need to do is to lower our top speed, but get there a lot quicker. So we're accelerating out of bends a lot faster. So we're aiming for 150, 160 mile an hour, again depending on your bike, rather than 190 mile an hour. So that's why we change our gearing, because we're aiming to get faster lap times, better acceleration. Also, your standard bike, your road bike, will come with a steel sprocket, which is fine, functional, but I always think they look horrible and they weigh a ton. So we always supply alloy sprockets, just like this radical one here, if I can get it. So much nicer looking, so much better, and this is what I would use. If you're going to do a round the wheel trip, or you're commuting 100 miles every single day, then stick with one of these. But for anything else, even if you're just riding a bike, a couple thousand miles a year, these sprockets will be fine, and they're definitely crucial for any kind of circuit use. Also, a 1000cc bike usually come with a 530 pitch. Now the pitch is the width of the chain. A 600 come with a 525 pitch. You see that slightly narrower, and anything smaller usually comes with a 520. Maybe you can see the difference in sizes there. Now, if we're going racing or doing a track day, my advice to you would be get a 520 pitch chain and sprocket set. Now I know I said this for smaller bikes, but honestly, a 520 pitch chain has got a better tensile strength than the 530 chain of only a few years ago. Also, with alloy sprockets now, years ago they used to be like a plain silver and they didn't last very long, but now they're all hard anodized with this bronze. They do last a lot longer, and they'll be fine for anything. One thing I will say about pitches is never ever mix pitches. So if you've got a 520 sprocket, don't try and fit a 525 chain, because you will see there is just a gap there, and that is not going to work. That could be quite dangerous. So never ever mix pitches. Now, the crucial question: what size sprocket do I need to run? Well, as I said before, we're trying to achieve faster acceleration. So the way we do that, on the front sprocket, you might have a 16 standard teeth on the front. To go faster, more acceleration, you go one less. Hard to see that, but that's a 15 tooth. So that will give you acceleration. But on the rear, it's different. You'll need a larger sprocket. So if you have 45 standard, you might want to go up 2 to 47 tooth. That will give you more acceleration. If you're commuting or cruising, you might want to go the other way, put a larger front sprocket and a smaller rear sprocket. That'll give you a nice smoother ride, more miles per gallon. But we are not doing any of that. We're aiming to ride as fast as we can around the race circuit. One thing I will say is one tooth on the front is almost equivalent to 3 on the back. So if you do go down 1 on the front, 2 on the back, that is almost equivalent to 5, going at 5 teeth on the rear. Therefore you'll need a longer chain. That's why most people change the front sprocket. It's just easy. As regards to the length of chain, you can spend ages trying to get the chain right, trying to get your wheelbase right. My advice to you, when you do buy your new chain and sprocket kit, is buy a longer chain than what you actually need. And also a couple of extra joining links. So you're going to one circuit, you've got your sprockets on, you've got the chain fitted, you cut it to the right length. You'll go to a shorter circuit, you'll put a bigger sprocket on, and you'll find the chain won't reach. So if you keep the offcuts, buy a couple of joining links, then you can just add the offcuts on, and you're ready to go. Again, what sprockets do I need to use? Again, it depends what circuit. If you're doing a short circuit like Brands Hatch Indy or Mallory Park maybe, you definitely need to go down one on the front and at least 2 up on the rear, maybe even 3. Somewhere like Snetterton or Thruxton, which is a long, fast circuit, you would probably keep the front sprocket the same, keep that standard, maybe go up 1 or 2 teeth. The only way you're going to find out is just to keep practicing and to find what works for you. By all means, ask your fellow competitors what gearing you need to run, but what works for them may not work for you. Your bike might make different power, you might weigh a little bit more or a little bit less, and some people like the bike to run a bit differently. Because one thing you can do, you can overgear yourself and the bike just becomes more difficult to ride. Coming off the brakes, getting acceleration on, the weight transfer from the rear to the front is too much for some people. Some look for a smoother ride, but other people like it like that. Again, if you're accelerating hard and fast with the spectre gearing, the bike becomes a bit more unstable. Some people don't like that. You just got to keep practicing and what works for you. Now you might also reach the ideal gearing. You're going down a straight somewhere, you've got your maximum speed, and you think, great, fantastic. But somewhere else around the circuit, there might be a bend. You go down 2 gears, you've gone down too many, and the bike's screaming coming out of the bend. Or you only go down 1 gear, and the bike is like spluttering down, trying to come out the bend, and you have to compromise somehow. The only way to do it, as I said, is just keep practicing, find out what works for you, and then one day it will all click. Right, that is it for now. One thing I'd like to say, if you have any queries on gearing, what size sprocket to use, then give us a call, send us an email, come and see us at a race meeting. Or another thing you can do is go to our rebate shop or our website and have a look and see what sprockets and what chains are available for your bike. As I said, any questions, get in touch and see you soon.